You better not.
Better not go live, Doug.
And we're live with All Ports Motorsports SuperCars NZ GT3s Round 8. Listen to these bloody clowns that I'm trying to deal with in the broadcasting lounge this evening. Can you come along and help? I know you like racing, but can you come along and help do
Well, you don't really race,
the stream?
do you? You just go around the track and miss all the apexes.
Yeah, well that's my thing. I just enjoy toing around the back and commentating on
Are we live?
On the other track.
Are we
are.
live? We are.
Actually live. Yeah.
100%. Oh, it's good to see Doug here. Because, thanks, mate.
There we are. So yeah, round 8, Paraflight's Queenstown sponsorship week. Thank you to Quinn Wilson for that. And yeah, so we are here at the awesome Road Atlanta.
Where Doug's going to show us all the trees around this track, a little bit like Spa. Doug, thank you for that.
These ones have been cut down. You can actually see some of the track.
I love it how you pause before saying something. So go.
Oh, that's funny.
And we've got Wayne here too, who just likes to replay incident after incident, the same incident from last Tuesday. So thanks, Wayne, for joining us.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, that was a fun night, actually, must say.
Yeah. And Doug couldn't make it because he was busy working, doing the mahi.
I was on the night shifts.
Hey, night shift, that's right. So, Road Atlanta, one of my favourite tracks. So this track is going to be action-packed. It's got a great back straight into a deep braking zone, into a chicane. And as we jump on a little bit of Ryan, doing a bit of quali. Quali's over. Everyone's coming into the pits.
They are indeed. Christian Hermansen there just practicing his pit entry. It's quite a, as far as pit entries goes, it's not an easy one to do because it S's its way in and then you come to a nearly 90-degree corner before you hit the yellow cones. So.
I know this is a bit late, Doug, but can you remind the drivers that they have to pit for a certain time period? I know that's a bit late, but this is what you guys have decided to do. So. I'll remind you of that. Quite a few people in tonight. Wayne, they must realise that you're not actually commentating and they might get a good message out about themselves.
No, they knew it was my night and they were hoping that you were racing. So they got another good laugh.
Yeah, race the best, you know.
Attention all drivers, just a reminder for this evening. There will be one compulsory pit stop throughout the race. It has to be done before the 40-minute mark.
It should be a nice close race.
Minimum 2 tyres before the 40-minute mark. Compulsory pit stop for this evening, boys. Have a good race.
Peter, Jonathan, Carl, Steve. That to me, the 8 to the 16 sort of battle with Louis there is going to be quite interesting. I think that's where it's going to be at if Doug knows how to control these cameras and we actually get to see this action.
Yeah, I can do some camera action tonight.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to be mean when you weren't here. So awkward.
Yeah, so the hot battles to look out for this evening. If
is he going to say exactly what you just said, Sean?
Which actually all the names there at the top from what the points are so far for the season. Paul Blomqvist sitting there in
4.
The current championship position for P1 with Christian Hermansen behind him, and then Mackenzie Stewart and then Xavier Simmons. So looking at those names in the top 4 are the same guys that are inside our championship top 4 as well, just a little bit jumbled around. So
wow, that will be a good blast, won't it?
So Hermo there off P1 will be the Hermo. Yeah.
I hope you know him.
I do know him.
That's alright then.
That's why he's Hermo.
I know Dano. He's my buddy. He's where my buddy's at. Anyway,
he said we could bag him too, didn't he?
Well, I wanted Rise in the chat, so that's all right. He's a big boy. He knows how it works. Yeah. Oh, so the top 10 looking like it's going to be nice and tight there, Doug.
Yeah, 100%. There's currently between Paul in first and Christian in second. There's a separation of 11 points. So likelihood if the positions don't change much from the start, and we've seen Paul having some net issues already from this evening with just being able to stay in the server. There's a good likelihood that Christian Hermansen there could move himself up into championship position P1.
And we've got Paraflights on tonight as a sponsor. And where is our Quinn Wilson from Paraflights NZ? Where is he at?
Yeah, so they're both the drivers there. Paul Blomqvist sponsored by Paraflights, and Quinn Wilson just sitting just across behind him there in P5 as the lights come up.
Oh, do they? Is it a standing start, or do we have a little bit of a lap warm up? What's going on there?
Should be rolling start.
Rolling
so
start.
just looking off.
Oh yeah, quick. Yeah.
There we go.
I still believe from my last thing of commentating that Paul has decided to get rid of the shit coloured wheels. He's gone with some nice coloured wheels, so that should be good to see on the stream tonight.
You mean he's gone for those lovely pink wheels there?
Oh, better than some of the other colours he's chosen, personally. Not a big fan of the wheels he's chosen over the last 4 seasons. Personally.
I'm a big crumble about it.
So here we go, coming across the start-finish line there.
Okay, we're off.
Christian Hermansen, turn 1, looking off the back of him. Any crashes in the background we can see?
Oh no, camera angle's a bit average. Oh sorry, I forget Wayne's doing it. It's really looking good. Was that qualifying? Why is he on the lap by himself?
Need a left.
Wow. Mick. What a cool field though. Like that's cool for SuperCars NZ to have a big field tonight. Probably the track. Yeah, what do you think? Because I love Road Atlanta. Doesn't matter what car I drive around here. I just like the track.
Sure is. It's an awesome racetrack. Love being here. The guys are going to be punished a wee bit tonight for a total of 55 minutes of racing, and just not broadcast before, as I was letting the drivers know that they've got one compulsory pit stop to get themselves through, and it's got to be done before the 40-minute mark of the race with a minimum of 2 tyres being taken on board.
Alright, I've got a car off track on my other screen, and he's out of the way, and he's stopped.
Yep.
Last chicane, and I don't know whether he's told it, but so there we go. So someone in the Lambo. I see someone in the Lambo there.
That is. Yeah. That's Xavier Simmons. He's been running the Lamborghini all this season.
Yeah. The guy likes to just throw it out there and run a few different cars, and he's really quick.
So looking at that at the moment, Sean, is that 1, 2 and 3 locked out by Fastlane's Allports Motorsport?
And they like to publish that fact here in SuperCars NZ, which they're more than welcome to. Although I just did see Paul having the big stutters in the back with his ins there.
Sure did.
If that continues, he might get the short shaft delete. And with those fancy wheels on the car, that'd be a shame not to see that on the stream. I've got Quinn laughing in the background, so I don't know what quite the chat between the drivers is going on at the moment. Oh, he's winning. Oh my god. I think we need to ban him for his pictures.
Yeah, that is a bit out there.
Whatever leads into, hey, please just keep it to yourself, mate. We don't need to share it here at SuperCars NZ. Change the driver. Thank you. There we go. Right off. How's he going?
Yeah, a bit further down the grid order here, down in P17, but right off having a good battle there with Graham Smythe and Daniel Johnson around him.
Oh, up there, inside there. Oh. And Graham obviously in and out of the league in the last few seasons, doing a few races here and there. That hasn't quite committed to a full season, so hopefully one time he gives it a go. It'll be awesome to see.
So we've had a couple of drivers come in for early pit stops as well. Scott McKenzie, Jacob Cranston, one of those, and Trent Bennett.
Sorry how excited I got. I saw a car just going into a wall and then backing out onto the track at full speed at turn 3. So that'll be the
that might have been this one.
Yeah, it was. Oh,
Ooh, boom.
the car that actually,
Topped it.
not even Bill's fault, but the car he
Nah,
came back
nah.
on and collected. Yeah. And that picture was with Bill when he was a teenager.
See?
Come on, Doug. Come on, where are you? Oh, that other car's been fuming.
There was a Simblac's entry there, so I'm not too sure which one that one was.
You know what I say? If you don't like being taken down in the back of the field, drive faster. Near the front, the racing gets a lot better. And sometimes I'm lied to in that comment, but
Well,
it's normally the case.
The most surprising thing that I see here is the Porsche's been the go-to car from the start of the season, with every man and his dog then jumping ship, including this man here, who I never thought would have left a BMW in his day.
See, Darren.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And he's in a Porsche.
So he's in one too.
You're getting passed by a W.
Correct.
What timing for your little segue?
Oh, that's
It was Graham though, who's really quick, I believe. Is it Graham?
It is.
Yeah, Graham is actually super quick. So.
And what Doug was getting at is the leader's got a few seconds out there already, and he's in a what?
Merc.
Yeah, two.
And then second place is a Merc.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. And then third place is a Lambo.
Oh, yeah.
And then fourth place is a
Oh yeah, no, miss.
Merc. And then the man who came up and did some fast racing in the last couple of weeks, Dylan Petch. He's the first one in a Porsche, and he's just hasn't been able to do much at the moment.
Best one in the go-to car.
But I believe, listen, no disrespect to any other driver, I believe the top 4 guys can jump in any car and still be close to up the front, you know? Doesn't matter what car they drive. It's
Correct.
your driving style.
But then it, 100%. And then, but then it's evident as well, like we here inside the GT3 series, we've never stipulated that the drivers can't change their cars.
We
that
did
rule,
once or twice, but
yeah.
not this series.
No. But then you look at it and you go, okay, the majority of the lead drivers are changing their vehicles round to round, catering each track to be suited for the best vehicle or best longevity of driving. And tonight the Porsche's been outcrafted by three very quick Mercedes.
So, and this is just asking for your opinion. I believe you should make people fix to a car. What you start at the start of the season is the car you should run the whole season.
Yep.
I know the drivers definitely wouldn't like to hear that. I already know that straight away, but it's like when you race a series in real life, that's what is the rule. So why? And I'm a big believer. What I try to do with the V8s in our series is race it to similar to what the actual main series runs, as in lap times and race formats and whatever else. It's just like we're trying to make it as similar. Even with come down to the race control. A lot of them say it was definitely not close to it, but I reckon that's because they're in trouble. But I believe that they should only race one car a season. That's me. I don't race the GT3s, so I'm not going to enforce a rule or make you guys make a rule. But I believe. What do you think should happen, Doug? Like, what's your opinion on that?
I would be very much in the camp of fixing the car and leaving the setups open, or you go the other way and you run a fixed setup and you allow the drivers to pick whichever car that they want.
Yeah, I like it. I think what we try to do in this series too is like each season not make it the same as the last one, to try and give them something new. Because when you get a bit stagnated in a series, and again this is my personal opinion. You know, some of the drivers might get a little bit bored with the same formats or whatever. And I like to change it up. I like to be a little bit different and change the rules and whatever else. So, just, you know, for V8s I'm going to put out for next season, I might even do no driving aids for the top split. That's something I'm thinking of. That would make it hard for me personally because I need to work on my race car. but it's something you need to evolve each. Oh, that's a nice little dive. Like you try and evolve each series is what we do, and trying to get the race incident points as low as possible for drivers, so they drive clean. And tonight we actually haven't seen someone take anyone else out other than a massive loss by a car, and then the result of another car just driving into him. But that's just a racing incident, you know. That's going to happen.
So just going to look at this. No, so Paul's gone from the race there. He's no longer racing with us. Jacob Cranston's left as well, by the look of that.
They had a bit of packet loss.
Carl Nedler and Chris Zalewski as well. So none of those guys turning laps at the moment. Bill.
What do you think that is? Is that?
Yeah.
Have they had packet loss? We don't know what the story is.
Not too sure on that one. Yeah, so Bill's our last gentleman out there in 25th spot. And
he had a massive incident, and this is what I like about this league, is people just keep turning laps, because you're only going to get better if you turn laps, as far as I'm, you know, just going around and around and around. If you just crash out and then just bail, well, you're not going to learn anything from that.
So true, definitely. It's very important.
Yeah,
especially in race mode.
Yeah, especially if it's the last lap and you're losing at the chicane, and we keep talking about it. This is good. Zach's onto something here.
Yeah, right off. Jenkins, Steve Darren.
Steve Darren, and
oh, Steve not letting him go.
Oh no, Steve doesn't like you. I like Steve's attitude. Race hard, race fair. Doesn't always get it right, but who does, you know?
Oh, not you, obviously. With our repeat. Oh, we had enough of that. Oh, sorry.
No. I was going to say, man, if there's a broken record, you get the award. But I like it. I don't, you know, don't get caught out often, so nah, mate. I love a good laugh. It's all good. As long as everyone's enjoyed what we do here, the drivers enjoy what we do here, that's 100% what we're about here at SuperCars NZ.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And you know, I like to mock people, so yeah. So sorry, Christensen, Edmondson and P1, is he still here?
Yeah, he is. That's him. He's still out the front.
And obviously there's a quick chat because I see Sparko Gaming coming across the fields on their socks and their boots and their gloves. You know, that's where you get the 50% off. So,
awesome
hey,
gear.
Yeah, if you chuck it in, you might even put a seat. All ports do an awesome job for us, so just if you need anything to do with some race, you can even just message them. Doesn't matter what it is, he'll find it.
And the cool thing, which we actually had come up today, I believe, shared on our SuperCars NZ community page, was a wee home tour of the All Ports Motorsport shop.
Yes.
The wee tour around and had a quick look at some of their products and bits and pieces. So have a look at the video, see what they've got in store, and then jump across and have a look at the website, steal the wife's credit card, and go for gold.
Oh, see, this is where you go wrong. Who lets their wife have their credit card? I tell you what, in Sean McMurray's household, I'm the one with the credit card.
Oh shit.
see, this is where people say, like, he doesn't. Her credit card, she has a $500 limit, it's maxed out all year round. Sean's credit card has a $3,000 limit, never maxed out, always paid on time. If she's watching this later, I apologise. True fair.
So I have just heard confirmation from Paul. He's just made a comment on the Broadcasting Lounge chat there, saying did have internet issues.
He did. I saw him flashing. Yeah. Got it with good
he,
passion.
he was out there trying to do it for the Porsches, but no such luck. So
So he pulled out to not wreck anyone else's race, which is the right way to go about it.
correct.
So he's leaving up to his teammate Quinn.
So this is what we're on the roof of Malarkey's BMW here at the moment, who's putting a good pressure there on Quinn Wilson in front, who's the man, the myth, the legend, the operator of Paraflight's Queenstown NZ.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Blake as a bit of a man, the myth, the legend.
We were wondering where you were going.
Yeah. So nothing wrong with Quinn. Quinn's a good dude. So I like Quinn. But Blake in himself, he's been with us for a long time. He's definitely passionate about a few subjects. He's always on the mic, and I just really enjoy him as a member of the league. He's nothing but thankful, regretful, and he races hard. He's gone around! He's gone around hard! It's Blake's fault. I so blame Blake for that. Does everyone else?
Yeah, that's Blake.
Okay.
It's almost like when Wayne joins in and we're on a car, they spin out. It's like it's so Wayne's fault every time.
Oh, here we go.
Yes. Nah, he tried to avoid them, yeah.
Yeah.
100%. That car coming out of pits definitely had a impact on what happened to Quinn then.
But then have a look at this.
STDs.
Actually, there's two of them.
You need the start of that. You need the start. Here we go. I don't think that was Steve's fault. I don't think that was Steve's fault.
Was that other car going slower coming out of pits, wasn't it?
It was avoiding, it wasn't looking, it was a few issues with it, but unintentional. Like, at the end of the day, the other car wasn't trying to cause an incident, but I don't believe Steve did anything wrong with that. He was just racing his life. That'll be one for the decision maker to make, and Steve comes into the pits, which I think that's a great decision, because you're already screwed over. Let's get the damage fixed. Let's get a new set of tyres. Get your fuel up. And go out racing again. So, no, good call, Steve. And while Steve's pitting, because I keep banging on about these V8s that we're racing this series, there is an event coming up that's not done by our league, but something that's cool that we're all racing in, aren't we, Wayne?
Yep.
Which is the V8 Super Series, doing a endurance event at Sandown and Bathurst. So if anyone out there is interested, there's definitely quite a few teams. I think there's like 16, 18 teams already entered. We just want to get the numbers up, and it's long racing, so it's 2 teams. There's some cool rules as we watch Quinn go off again in the replay there. But yeah, if you're interested, just message one of the admins here with us, or we can put you in contact with actually the guy running it, and it's going to be a really cool, fun event more than anything. So I look forward to beating you if you join.
Should be mean, yep.
Yeah, I think it will be. So, as I said, there's a few teams involved. We just want a few more. I know Scops Supports is running an event as well around the same time.
I think what's cool is the fact that this year for Gen 3 Supercars is they're going back to Sandown for the Enduro Series. So it's
everyone is, isn't they? Aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I'm not a big fan of Sandown. For me, I struggle with a few corners. But that's a me issue, not anyone else issue. But yeah, I look forward to it. I look forward to actually just joining everyone in an endurance event. It's not necessarily I don't look to win it or whatever. I really enjoy just the banter and all the teams getting together and having a yarn and a Discord chat. And, yeah, so we'll see how it happens.
You know, that's 90% of the of endurance racing, isn't it? The fun and the
even what we do here at SuperCars NZ. Unfortunately, we're not in the chat down below, and there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's like 15 guys in the chat below us, and they're all racing each other hard. and yet they can have a conversation with each other about, a little bit of banter sometimes, maybe a little bit of anger sometimes, but the boys, they're honest, they talk to each other, and it's all a bit of fun, and that's what I believe online racing has gone from back in the day when I was a young fella to now, it's far better for it. Sure.
Oh, it's a the sport's certainly changed online racing. 100%, and yeah.
How long did it take you to get me involved in it?
I know.
It took a long time, didn't it? It did. Yeah. And then we used to have cell phones going just on voice chat, or messenger, and
Oh, how difficult we made it for ourselves, eh?
yeah.
Yeah, nah, very, very cool.
So we've managed to chat through over 20 minutes of this race. So, Doug, you've been pretty quiet, so it's been good to talk over you.
I have been. I've been
Yeah.
mindful of my position here, that it's usually the you and Wayne show.
Yeah.
So it's just.
So good.
I just.
So you should.
No, it's fine. I mean, but I just find it incredible because, usually when I come along here, I'm pretty jazzed up, ready to go. The ADHD's firing 100 million miles an hour. I'll talk about everything. I'll switch between this, and at the end of it, you guys go, "Oh, it was a really good night. I mean, it would have been good to get a word in."
No, I think last time I was in a chat with you when you were going like that, I complimented on how much of a machine you are.
Yeah, no.
I definitely would have been in talks to.
And it wasn't anything unscored. Yeah.
It was more angled at. It was definitely more angled there at Sean there, Wayne, and it was going to lead into the segue of, now that I've sat back and remained a little bit quiet. It's funny to see who the talker is here in the group.
Yeah, no, 100% you should shut the fuck up. That's cool. I'm joking.
So, Leon put an pretty early question into the chat there tonight, and
I can't wait for this.
This was like minute 1 of the live stream, and he said, "How many empty Waikato bottles are in the lounge now, boys?" And all he can hear in the background is clink, crash, bang, clink.
10. 10's the answer.
We're up to 10.
10. So at least he's got an answer.
And a shout out hello there to Andrew Upton as well, who is out there watching from there. So he's not racing either, so he came in to say hello, and then he's done his dash and
gone. So I do want to point out how we work here at SuperCars NZ is at the start of a season we let everyone sign up. And because I keep getting messages about people wanting to race, and it's like 3/4 of the way through the season, and it's just too awkward to make it work. So if you're keen on joining us, we have at least a 4 to 5 week gap at the end of the season where we let people join in, sign the forms. Even if you're a little bit late in the start of the season, we'll still let you in, and then we're all go. And the reason we don't want people joining through halfway through a season is these guys have been racing each other for 5, 6, 7, 8 races, and they don't want some mate coming in and just cleaning them out and then taking their points away. So it's not saying we don't want you in the league, it's just saying there's a process to get you in the league. And I believe a lot between Australia, New Zealand, America, they all run these leagues these ways. I think it's the best way to do it. So if you want to join, you got to get in early. Get in early. When I say early, we still don't mind late entries. What do you guys think? I was like, at the end of the day, we're trying to do the best for everyone, but the league guys that do sign up in time, and we had 100 people sign up for the start of the other one this season. Not all end up actually in the league, but so just get in early, sign up if you listen to the stream, get in early. It's coming out soon. It's on Discord and our Facebook page, and at the end of the season the doc goes up straight away, doesn't it, Wayne?
Yep, that's the one. And I think we can always throw them in Div 2, Sean.
Well, I was going to say because
I'm so joking.
Div 2 doesn't want them. Div 2, those guys in Div 2, I reckon take it more serious than Div 1.
Shane had a Shane had a good one reminding us about it. Is we're not just limited to our Tuesday V8s and our Thursday night GT3s. We've got our Wednesday night TCRs.
Yep.
We've got the end of the week Friday and Saturday night Piston Cup, and we often do fun sessions on Sundays as well. So, like you said, I don't have an issue with people approaching us midway towards the end of the season to jump on board and do those.
Yep.
The understanding is that you're not going to be added into the main championship because we're not going to be putting people on edge, seeing these new names popping up and worrying when there's 11 championship points dividing positions 1, 2 and 3 at the top, or
and most people do understand it. I've got one guy, I won't say his name, but he's really keen to join, and I've let a few other people in, but not into the main events. So that's what I'm saying. It's like everyone's more than welcome to join and have fun in the races, because our TCRs are lacking a little bit, our Piston Cups are lacking a little bit, and that's no desperate. People got lives, they don't have to do it. But like at the end of the day, if you actually get into the league, jump into our Discord, get to know a few of the people. It's actually, again, I think the Discord's more fun than the actual racing half the time. So join along. As I said, everyone's more than welcome. If you know someone who knows someone, just get us a chat and give us a ring. And I've got a guy that is going to join for that same reason. You can join all these other ones, but not quite the Tuesday and the Thursday, unfortunately. And then soon the TCR guys are going to be saying, no, we don't want anyone joining the TCRs mid-season. Because I reckon that championship is actually building up to be really, really cool and quite competitive. There's quite a few guys in the Div 2 and the V8 that absolutely cleaned me up in a TCR. And I love that. I purposely, I think that's awesome. So we'll see what happens and we'll go from there. It's all right. I reckon it'll be cool.
If you're interested at home and wanting to know what the TCR car is or what they look like or what they do, jump on our YouTube channel, the Broadcasting Lounge. Have a flick back a couple of weeks. You'll find that we streamed a Wednesday night TCR race, and Sean McNamara was the one and only king of race 2.
Yeah.
While commentating.
But saying that, I did a race 2 weeks later, and I was like 11th in the TCR car. So that's not on my talent. What I'm saying is, there's guys out there that know how to drive those cars. And maybe I just got lucky there, but track
pendant, was it?
Yeah, it was a shit track. Didn't like it. I don't know, I'm joking. But as I said,
he went and did a Balake, Wayne. You wouldn't believe it. He cleaned up the field by 15 seconds in the second race. He walked in that night going, "Oh, I've never driven these. I've just bought the car. Don't know what it's going to be like."
Give me some tips.
Muppa did the first race. I think he finished about 1 or 2 spots down from where he started, and then next minute, boom, he was away like a cracker. Like he definitely turned on the.
You were streaming it. That's right. Hey, concentrated. Trying to be the one.
Oh, there you go.
Car on the wall.
Yep. So I just followed. There was Ride Off Jenkins straight out of the pit lane with cold tyres, and he's just gone and looped it straight into the wall.
Hey, that's great. That's can't wait for rain there, Doug, because that's going to make that coming out of the pits even better, isn't it?
Rain. So we had there was a really cool update release by the VP executive producer
really cool.
Greg Hill during the Le Mans 2.4. iRacing working on rain at this very moment. It's going to be awesome stuff. What the rest of you guys can hear in the background is Sean's displeasure to what's going to be the greatest addition to iRacing that everyone is asking for, and he's even quote said tonight, and I'll let this go, and this is a little sneak peek behind the scenes of Sean's brain. He's going to have a complete V8 rain season. Not a single dry race, because everyone, that's you included at home, wants rain that bad on iRacing.
Everyone asked for it, so you're going to get it. You're going to get it so bad.
You're going to get it just like Leith gets it.
Do Scott support, so at least I can have some fun without the rain, but I'm just going to make the whole season full of rain.
Just like Leith's picture there, you're going to get it like that.
That's everyone enjoy the rain until they realise, and if you go to the next picture, that's the end result of rain. Yeah, especially what race car driver wants rain on a track is absolutely zero. Maybe Shane gives me if he's going for a
look, I'll put it to you. I'll put it to you this way: it's yes, rain adds an extreme, I say extreme dynamic to a racing platform that has already invested so much into making these cars and these tracks as realistic as it can possibly be find anywhere in the world. So by adding rain to it is that final component. Am I going to be happy about going and doing wet laps? Probably not. But deep down, as a sim racer who loves so much to be able to get in behind these cars and can value the talent of a race driver for being able to put up with it, I reckon it adds a cool element to it. Is it going to be enjoyable? No, hell no.
In a V8 it's not. Maybe
but it's all equal though, isn't it? It's all equal.
That's
so you just got to slow it down and do what you need to drive to the conditions, Mecca.
Yep. Or you go into the pits, throw on your wet tyres, do the thing, do the mahi.
Honestly, I just think it's just ass. I really do.
I'm leaning towards
no race car driver wants rain. No race car driver wants rain, man. Unless
NASCAR, imagine NASCAR.
Unless they come in like 12th and they think they can drive faster than rain, they can get up to 5th. That's no time ready is any benefit to anyone. But anyway, I laugh at all the people that that wanted rain and they actually get the car and just spin into the walls constantly. I'm gonna laugh at them. But anyway, message us what you think about the rain, and we'll honestly take your opinion seriously.
So that's Sean.McNamara.
M-A-C.
So good. Oh, I'm joking, man.
At SuperCars.
Everyone's got an opinion. This is my opinion. We'll move on. Let's move on.
No, that's good. It is good. Like I said, I'm interested to see what it's going to be like. I look back at the Project Cars when that was released.
Yeah.
And that had a rain element to it as well. I enjoyed doing some wet laps. I thought it was quite a unique thing because at the time it was the bee's knees of simulated racing.
Back in '97, I bought this game called Formula 1 '97, and they had a rain option. It was a rain option with the it varied, and with my PlayStation remote, I actually thought it was pretty cool,
Yep.
I
guess that's the difference, wasn't it? We were on PlayStation controllers.
Yeah, of course. And then you come to this now, and I just struggle to hold it in dry traction. And I'm thinking, if they get it right, wet traction, honestly, I'll be turning down my force feedback, and I'll be thinking I'm a drifter, So that's the only reason I'm hesitant is my skill level needs to increase tenfold to be able to do it. If they get it right. If they get it wrong, then it's easy for everyone to drive in the wet. So, I don't know, we'll wait and see. Personally, we'll just wait and see.
Makes sense.
And for your comments, just this SuperCars incident at NZ, if you want to give us your opinion, send it in.
I don't even know if we have that anymore.
It hasn't, that's the joke.
Not that we ever had that one at all anyway.
We did actually never had it. Don't tell me that. So we've got pair of flights, should we do a hot lap? Not that camera angle looks really ugly.
It's elongated, eh?
That was really weird. Who's this? AMG? Should we do a hot lap? We should. We've got like 15 minutes left.
Seeing Quinn's the only one out there with the Paraflights logo on the side of the car. We might as well make it him, but we'll give it half a minute. And
is it him? Yeah.
That's him. Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll go up to. We'll jump in, and when he comes around the finish line. Yes, which is a bit of a little while away. Oh look, there's a GT40 in the back. Go the GT40. To be honest, it doesn't look good in iRacing, but that's one sexy car. Like for what it did, that car is the shit. Coming from a Ford van.
Yeah. only comes up to your knees, doesn't it? Lower than your RX-7.
Yeah. Why are you picking on
Wasn't-
my
wasn't-
man? Why is
Wasn't that the
You want to go, cunt? You want to go?
well, wasn't that part of the title? Was that the 40 was referencing it was a 40 inches from the ground to the roof?
Sure was. And that movie with Matt Damon and oh man,
Matt
it was pretty good.
Damon.
It's pretty cool. Oh, someone's in the pits. We were about to do a hot lap with him, and he comes in the pits. And is it before the 40-minute mark? Oh, he had 3 minutes to go. He's lucky. Little cheetah
So here's
pumpkin eater.
the last one to come into the pits, Mackenzie Stewart.
Yeah. Is he going to do rights? Is he going to do lefts? What would you do? Because we talked about this another time. I would do like one front, one rear. I honestly would. I'd do lefts. Oh, he backed up.
Hey, oh!
He's backing up. Mackenzie, we'll talk to you later about that. We'll call you up.
And there's his teammate who he was going to hopefully jump on by. And he's in the pits for quite a while. 14 seconds. I think that's Trent.
So, I love it how people get out of the way, but I honestly believe you should stay on the racing line and let them pass him. I really do.
Yeah.
I don't like how he gets way out of the way on the main straight. He's doing the right thing by them, but not by himself. So, and that's why we've had 2 divisions in the V8s, because I just didn't like the way that people were letting people pass. Drive fast, drive as hard as you can. If a car's behind you, they're going to find a way around you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just don't have to be a dick. You can maybe let off in a braking zone a little bit early. Go. You know what I mean? It's not hard. It's not, I think a lot of drivers make it really hard to let other cars pass when they don't need to.
Yep.
Well, let's see.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm good at that.
What did I just say? What did I just say? Here we go. This is for position, so he doesn't have to let him go. We don't
That's
even know.
Cool bit of racing. That's Scott McKenzie in front, Jonathan Turner following behind him.
I didn't stay on this, because I think something may happen here. Comes up. Turn 1. Turn 1's so tricky here to get it fast. You can take it slow, but see, I think they both actually didn't give themselves enough pace through there. They had a lot of track left over.
Jonathan's had a bit of a poor run into that corner, dropped
Yeah,
a few
yeah.
hundreds off that.
But saying that, he'll come back, because what he'll do is, next lap I'll push a little bit deeper into that corner. Because that's what we all do, you know. You go into a corner and you go, I had a bit more grip, which I really didn't realise. Next time, I'll go a bit deeper. Or then you stuff it up, you come into these corners, and you try and push a little bit harder, and then you go too deep. But he's caught back up a little bit there. So he's gained it back, and there's slow-mos on the inside.
Yeah, a couple of guys just letting the fast boys go by.
I do like it, but I prefer it not to happen. I really make it hard for them, for the fact, not hard, but make it, don't go slow to let them pass. That's probably what I would do. Because you still got a lap time to do. Oh, here's the flashing light. The flashing light. Should we just go off that pass and we were just watching?
Is it?
Yeah. So he got
Wasn't
through.
a pass for position.
Oh no, I know. Was he lapping them?
Oh, but that's going to make things interesting.
Yeah,
for
and he
these
got
two.
him on the inside. There we go. Sorry.
Bloody awesome.
Oh, well, not really. It was an opportunist, wasn't it? You know, and there's nothing wrong with being an opportunist. He did nothing wrong by having to go. Yeah. But I think they both left room at the end. It's interesting if we see this in like 3 laps time and see, yeah, because he's right there. I knew he would be, because Scott's come a long way with his driving style, like a massive long way from when he first started in this league. And now he deserves the respect of the other drivers, whereas when you first come in, people don't know how to treat you. You know,
Yep.
you know how it is. Who's this guy? We don't know him. And if you leave room and race room, and I believe his talent has come a long way. And what I mean talent is racing clean, and give it another 6 months, and he'll be knocking on the door of us top guys. I really do believe that.
Did you just say us top guys?
Oh, sorry. I thought you two weren't here, and it was other people.
I was wondering where you're going.
Yeah, sorry. I thought I was hanging around cool people like Dion and.
That's what Dion should do. He should jump in here.
Yeah, he did ask to do race control, and this is me being straight up with him. I'm not going to change it halfway through a season. This is what it is. The system we have in place is the system for the season. And if he wants to do something next season, we'll look at it. I don't think a lot of people would agree with Dion's decision, so it's a little bit hard, you know. But as I said, he's a good dude. I've got a lot of respect for him. And, there's something we can find something for him to do, you know. Yeah, he's here. He's been a big supporter of Simblacks over the years, and
jumping lounge, I'm sure.
Yeah, and good luck to him for his next endeavours. He sold all his flash gear, and he's just trying to find some cheap stuff. We all want him to be here, don't we? You know, so
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Hope to see you soon, Dion. You know, and that's just been an honest comment from all of us.
Yeah, sure.
I like him in a hard
It's
time.
fun.
Yeah, I like him in a hard time. You know, it's a bit of a bonus for me.
Alright. You gonna lead us for this
Don't you like
hot lap
doing
here, Sean?
everybody, hard
Fine. People like Duck don't take it as well as some. Joking. I know you do. You're a good sport, mate. Ooh.
Go. Hot lap. Quinn Wilson.
Here we
Paraflights.
go. So it's top gear. That's not quite. And then chase down. Does he get it turned in? And you got to get on the gas hard. Like, don't be a pussy. Hard on the gas. So, you did that quite well. And then you got to get on the brakes deep enough, get it turned. He's hitting his apex. I find that there was probably the most difficult part of the whole track, is what he just did then, and he hit the apex. Coming through here, through the sweepers, down into third, and then get it turned in. And get see a lot of lock on the steering there. We saw him turn left quite hard, but he's doing this better than what I can, so it's quite impressive. He's down to third gear. He made the apex, down to second. It's about, he missed the apex there. See, I told you, Quinn, you're not that good on that one. Nah. He just missed. You're going to get the speed up in these cars. It's a little bit different to the V8s, where it's point and turn with the V8s. With these, have a lot more mid-corner speed you want to keep up on the car. I'm not as good as the Craig Mason on these, so he can tell me what I'm doing wrong. But in the braking zone, missed the apex a little bit there, hit that one. But I mean, if we look at his lap time, as you come over the hill, it's just foot flat, not like the V8 where you got a lot of opposite lock trying to get the foot pedal down with the power. And Quinn's come through at a
22.
20.235.
Which my qualifying times are 1:19.1, so it's a second off the pace.
Louis, 119.9.
Yeah.
Coming around here.
So, Louis.
Hermo across the line at 18.9.
Yeah.
So there's still room there for Quinn to improve.
Yeah. And to be honest, his average as look like in a good look in the mirror. And then, no, I'm joking. You know, and the next lap, the GT3 cars are a little bit weird because the next lap you can get your iron and you can obliterate it by a second, and then the next lap you do it down a second. So the sun has definitely gone off the track. Looking at that picture, hey, the UV
A lot of shadow.
A lot of shadow.
A lot of shadow casting, but can confirm track temps are pretty high. It was a midday race set for this one, so
Yeah. What are we at?
wasn't going to make it easy for the guys. The track temps on 31 degrees.
Okay. And to be honest, you can't have it at 20 degrees every track, every time. I actually think the V8 guys are actually lucky I give them as much track state, and cold track is what they get, to be honest. The odd time you raise it up, you get a little bit of from the boys. I actually think I think what you're doing here is brilliant.
Yeah, so been really trying to change the dynamic of the racing times, the whether it's more overcast versus open clear sky, increase the wind speed on a couple of tracks a little bit here and there, made it midday as opposed to morning or late where the track temps are going to be a little bit lower. Just trying to change things up just to try and keep the drivers on the toe. So your people are going to be turning up expecting one thing,
get another,
and
yep.
yeah.
Yeah, it's those minute changes too. It doesn't have to be a lot of a degree.
No, it's not huge.
No. But the voice from the drivers, you definitely hear it when it's like 2 or 3 degrees. It's quite funny. They all have a bit of a up and arms about it. So it's cool.
But but again, isn't it amazing that they can actually tell the difference? Because what their usual braking markers are and stuff. These are drivers that have been doing it for a while. They've got the good gears, and they go out there and they smash that 150 metre braking board day after day after day. You're going to add 2 degrees of difference, and you've got to add another 20 to 30 metres to your stopping potential, and that then's only more again. Like we're on board with Graham Smythe here following Blake Grenhall round, and you'd see a lot of his braking markers where he's probably used to doing something. He's having to close that gap further again. One, because he's in a draft, and two, because the car's got less friction on the track. It's that rolling resistance is gliding over the top. It's greasier from the tyre. It's not as cold and tacky as what they expect it to be. So certainly makes it harder. You think you're lining yourself up to a good position for an overtake, and those minute errors and mistakes where you're not hitting the apexes and stuff really end up hurting you.
Yeah, you're 100%. You say 20 or 30 metres. I reckon 2 metres. If you break 2 metres different to what you do from a hot track to a cold track, I believe that affects your apex entry. Which is, and you're right, as you're saying, these guys are pretty impressive to be able to notice that and then change their style of driving to be able to make those apexes. And that's what we all do. I definitely don't think there's enough credit to how we've got to work as a driver to make it happen. And as we've come up on a back marker between this one.
So just in front of Blake there is Dane Northdirth actually.
And I honestly, I'm a big fan. Dane doesn't have to move completely. He doesn't have to destroy his own race. He just lifts off the brake seat and he lets them both go by. Nice and easy. He gets to carry on. He jumps in behind, hits his apex, and then carries on. And these two guys can get on with their problem. So that there is the perfect example how I would want to see back markers get passed. And Dana's not a back marker. Maybe he's been out for a little while or whatever. I don't know. But
he has. Yeah, he's just come back from another couple of weeks off from racing, and
that's perfect. And I was like, he didn't destroy his own lap time. He just got out of the throttle at the right time and let the two go. I say it's not rocket science, but sometimes you see some stuff go on. Mate, what are you on? Yeah. All good. Are we about to see some flashing lights?
No, but I'm interested to see how close Graham can get to Blake coming into these last couple of corners here before we hit the big back straight.
Look at that. Yes. He was way behind the brakes coming into that hairpin.
Blake moved across to the right hand side of the track, try and break the toe, and he glides back across to the left. So he's been doing that lap after lap. It's not an aggressive turn, which is not going to scrub off a lot of speed on his part, but it will certainly disrupt the toe airflow of Graham's potential to pull in that time margin moving back onto him.
He definitely didn't catch him because he was moving around on that toe.
Ooh.
Oh, he's off! Oh, Graham's off! Oh, he was definitely off. Did you see that?
He was certainly wide. Didn't actually come up as an off track on there, but it certainly ran wide over the ripple strips, and you can see the difference that's made now for Graham looking forward. That's the gap now to Blake in front of him he was following, so
So
dropped
if I was
off about
Dane,
1.7 seconds.
If I was Dane, I'd give him the flashlight. He's just let me. Just give him the flashlight and let you know. Would you know? Right, you know, I know it's cheeky, but I'd do it. Wayne would get it. If he was in front of me, he'd be getting it.
How's this
I just
looking
take
though?
your advice, eyes forward, mate.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Even with that loser behind you.
So Christian Hermansen, obviously nothing really to report from him except gapped everyone from the start of the race
What's
and
our
is
gap?
chewing his way
What's our gap?
still the way through. Well, so from you want the time gap?
Yeah, sorry, because I did this to Wade. 7 seconds. There we go. Okay, 7 seconds.
Yeah, but so you look at that though. So that this is the intervals in between. So it's 7 seconds from first to second, and then there's another 10 seconds from second to third, and then there's another 13 seconds on top of that between third and fourth. So from first to fourth, there's 31, nearly 32 seconds.
Yeah, it's very impressive. Oh, is that 3
there's
wide?
still mixed bag, still
3 wide going into the corner.
close racing. Yeah.
But this is back markers. These are positions 22, 23, 21, 22, 23, all battling it out there still at the back, and that's what I really enjoy about these guys. It doesn't matter where you're at,
It's still on.
skill level.
Hey, look at that.
You will find
There's a flashing light back there,
someone
too.
to race. Yeah, so that'll be probably Mackenzie Stewart in second place.
And that's what I mean. Like, if that was me and these guys, I'm not going to move out of his way. Yes, I will let him go when he gets a run on me. But not a problem. But I'm chasing the guy in front in my own race. I'm not going to let that affect you behind me. And if he comes in and hits me, that's on him. You know? So this is what I mean. So let's see what happens, because this is really cool for the league. The red car should probably move to the... Oh, he's blocking a little bit, the red car. So that's perfect. He's now let him go. There's plenty of room. He hasn't slowed him down too much. That's great driving by both of those drivers. They actually need to be given a medal for that, because that's pretty cool. And to be honest, the car behind actually probably lost a little bit of time to let him go.
Just being sacrificed on his corner entry, but not let him go by.
Yeah, so I'm actually really... That brings me a lot of pride seeing that happen, and let's see what happens. So he's still not out of it. He can still have a go at his main. So
what I like though, he gave them. He said, "Hey, look, yeah, I am here. Just to let you know, I've got race pace. I'll be wanting to try and find my way through." But then you look at it as well. You look at it as you look at it as well, and you go, "Okay, look, you're 8 seconds behind P1. You're 15 seconds clear of P3. Do you really need to get into a battle with people down in positions 22 to 24 who are, probably, I'm not going to say it, they're not like that, where he's just gone and given Bill a tip.
Close. That was nearly a...
I think he hit him.
He did give him a tap.
He did give him a tap. And Bill's on the mic. I believe now that could end up that car getting a penalty.
Well, he was hit from behind, so as far as
no clean path.
as far as I can see in my book,
what you just said, he didn't need to push anything. That me and Wayne talked about this. How it doesn't jump in at the right time for the replay.
Oh, you can change those numbers. I've wound mine back to ages like 8 seconds. Or even further. I figured out how to change it, Sean. I spent hours trying to. I knew it.
I bet you spent hours, like 10 minutes. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
There was contact. So anyway, we'll carry on and we'll sort that out at a later date. But as we keep saying, there was no need for him to push it because the cars in front and behind were miles off. And now he just screwed it for himself, to be honest. If he says the car was slower, well, yeah, your lapping cars was going to hit him. You're going to do it cleanly, regardless.
Yeah. So a couple of minutes of racing to go. 54 minutes about to hit the timer now, as the guys have just
These
gone
two
over the
still racing.
start-finish line again. Yep.
So we left these guys. Oh, as we get back on it right here, we left these guys, and they were in the same position like 10 minutes ago. So Blake's done a great job, and so has Graham done a great job. Obviously not to collect each other. Graham looks like he's got the pace on him, we're thinking. But let's see over the next couple of laps and see what, he's showing the nose, he's doing everything right.
For Graham, oh, there we go.
Right.
So
maybe he's going to get him. That's such a commentator's curse. That's Doug's fault, Blarkey. That is Doug's fault for sharing your screen.
Yeah, I'm putting that over the comms.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I say put it over the comms. So it's obviously Blake's fault, not Doug's. But he did. So there was quite a long time though, wasn't it, Doug? It was like 7, 8 to 10 minutes to hold off someone. Yep. That's quite impressive.
Oh!
It was
sorry.
That just squeaked. Oh, really? I apologise to our sponsors, I just said that.
What was that bottle number 11, dear?
I apologise. That was terrible.
No, that was perfect.
Terrible.
So I believe that was that Ride-Off here? What was this? So Ride-Off's got a bit of damage and he's tried to come into the pits. He's looped it. Raw.
That was so millimeters.
You're right to have your little moment there, Doug.
Yeah.
I felt a little bit guilty. I don't think I should have said that.
So while that happened, our leader has crossed the finish line. Christian Hermansen there, well done. Behind him, Mackenzie Stewart. And there's Xavier Simmons in P3.
It must be the GT3 thing, not me and you, Sean.
It's not. I hate time races, man. I'm over them. I'm absolutely over time races. But no. I enjoyed it tonight, Doug. This was really, really cool. I enjoyed Power Flights being on and giving Quinn a bit of a hard time. Look, Blake's stoked. You know, he lost it at the end and lost the battle, but still enjoyed his race. So just shows you here at SuperCars NZ, it doesn't matter where you finish as long as you have a good fun battle with someone, man. It's really enjoyable.
So just remember that noise that you heard come out of me before was nothing related to the image you see on screen.
We just got to stop talking about it, man. It's going to get too much. It's going to get too much.
I'm just looking forward to what he brings next week, because Leaf's been. It seems that every couple of races he sticks to a picture, then he gives us something new to go with. So, shot Quinn from Paraflights there, giving us smoking up on screen. P8 down a couple of spots from where he started, but nonetheless still a great finishing result. And just a quick big shout out there to positions 1, 2 and 3, the fast lane guys, starting it pretty much as they entered it. So they're an all ports back team, and if it wasn't if it wasn't good enough, the product, they wouldn't be using it. So for you, if you want to get up towards the top, head along to allports.nz, find yourself some Sparko gaming product, chuck in the SCNZ code at checkout, get yourself 15% off it to of your purchase price. So can't argue too much with that.
There we go. See, I told you he was good. Sean.
Yeah, and if you have to tell him, just Google Sean McNamara and Hotmail.co. I couldn't even finish it. Anyway, no, mate. Those fast lane guys are really cool. All Port's really cool for being a part of what we do. I've enjoyed it tonight. It's the first night back in a couple of weeks from being a bit sick. So really enjoyed your company, guys. It's been really awesome. Can't wait for the next one.
Yep, indeed. So, Wayne, you've done bugger all tonight, so you rounded up for us.
Alright, yeah, massive thanks to Allport Motorsports sponsoring us another season and putting their hands up for next as well. So
Whoop, whoop.
You.
that's insane. And yeah, Paraflights, Queenstown, tie yourself to a boat, get dragged. Sounds like a bit of fun.
Fun or a nightmare, but yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
That sounds like something that happens on K Road. Get dragged.
Yeah, well done. Jonathan Turner having a few burnouts there. 15th, still respectable at SuperCars NZ. What do we have? 30 odd cars in the race tonight, so
Yep.
it's bloody awesome. Yeah, and cheers to you guys making this all happen. It's so fucking, so cool. So yeah, wicked.
Yep. Thanks, man. Thanks, everyone.
Cheers.